So if you check my previous video, you will see that I was persuading women like wives to appreciate their husband. And I was also persuading men to appreciate their wives. And I said in that video that if you know that your spouse does not deserve to die, like what he or she is doing has not warranted you wishing him dead or wishing her dead, it means that person can still change. You know, if what the person is doing warrants death sentence, then I will say, okay, you guys can go your separate ways. But if you know that it's something you can still manage, please appreciate yourselves, manage yourselves, be your own therapist, call yourself to order. The reason I say that, I'm going to show you, I'm going to let you know. I saw a video from Auntie Princess, and we all know Princess. If you're a Nigerian, we have this sister that is. She was once a Nigerian comedian. And she's growing older now, and she once divorced in her first marriage. I don't know what happened, but now she's getting older. She had probably relocated from Nigeria. I don't know where she lives, and I think she lives outside the country. So, and I saw one of her posts online this very week, I think maybe on Monday or Tuesday, that she was talking about the fact that she needed a husband. She said she wants to settle down and she's in dying need of a man. So I really don't know what made her video. That there are things that actually can make you feel kind of embarrassed. So I wasn't expecting that kind of video from her. But for her to make such video, I personally believe that she had had a thought of it, and she's frustrated or something. I don't know how to put it. I feel that the situation for her had gotten to an extreme if she could make that kind of video. Now, as if that wasn't enough, today again I stumbled upon a video. Now this time it's not a post, it's a video where she called out some pastor that she actually trust, like pastor that she respects or pastor she sees as pastors. She called out Pastor Apostle Joshua Seman, I think Pastor Adeboye as well, Pastor Jerry Eze. These are great pastors in Nigeria. So she called out all these pastors. I thought maybe for negative things, and now realized that she was telling them, challenging them of how many messages she has sent to them privately, that they were supposed to consider her, that they should link her up. She said they should link her up, like matchmaker with any responsible man who is probably seeking, a good woman in marriage and all of that. So when I saw that video, this time I take it more seriously. Now this is the why I said we should appreciate ourselves. For me, I believe that before a man can approach you, court you, and then marry you, there is a reason. Now, in the case of Iyabo Ojo, which is also one of our actresses in Nigeria, in her own case, how she divorced was different. The man married her, wedded her, and on the wedding night, the man told her, confessed to her that I don't love you, but because you are pregnant for me, I have to marry you. You are pregnant for me, and I told you, I need the baby. I want the baby, that I want the pregnancy. And you told me that the only reason you will keep the pregnancy is for me to marry you. So I know some men, they marry out of that. They marry you for stupid reasons. Now this man that married Iyabo Ojo, I'm not saying he was stupid for loving the child, but maybe Iyabo Ojo, as at the time, is not the taste of a wife that he dreamed of. So I really do not blame the man, and you cannot force a man to love you. But for a man to finish marrying you and be confessing such a devilish confession, because such confession can kill a woman right there. If the woman is not able to control herself, like on the wedding night, that's supposed to be a blessed time. You're telling me you don't love me. You marry me because of the baby in my womb. So if you don't love me, how are we gonna cope in the marriage? So I really don't know why that man did that, but I think that was his level of understanding as at the time. Okay, so anyway, all I'm trying to say is that couples, let's because me, I'm this person that I just want marriages to work. If we have to keep divorcing, we will marry everybody in this world, because unfortunately we cannot get everything we want. But I know if divorce is the only way you can get your mental health, please go ahead. But I'm just saying that if you can take one more step, take a deep breath and see if you can talk this out. Even if you don't have to visit a therapist, you can be your own therapist. Sit down. If you were the one that has been, maybe one of you has been putting the ego up, you just drop your own ego and sit the man down and ask questions. Babe, or see that, or darling, do you think we can work this out? I really want our marriage to work. Okay, these are the area where we are having problem. We fight, we argue because this, because that. This is what I want, this is what I don't want. Then you guys should talk about it and start working towards it. And I believe it can work. If somebody can just be patient, the only thing that can make it to be difficult to work is if the man is cheating or the woman is cheating, and this either of you do not want to drop that attitude. You want to be a perpetual cheater. In that kind of situation, I don't even know what to say. I don't think it can work, because if the other person cannot cope with you cheating on her or cheating on him, then there will be issues. But if the issue can be resolved, even the one cheating, if he's ready to drop it, okay, I'm going to stop cheating if you can do this, because I believe that this whole thing is just communication. Now, this auntie might have been regretting why she left her first marriage. I really don't know why. People might know her story, but I'm sorry, I don't know her story. I don't know what happened to her first marriage, why she divorced. But don't you think now she will be regretting the fact that she divorced? Or she may not regret, because who knows, maybe it was an abusive marriage. Maybe the man was hitting and beating her, and instead of her to die, she left. But if abuse is not part of it, and cheating can be talked about, like even if the man is cheating or the woman is cheating, if you want to talk about it and forgive and move on, it is something that is doable. Auntie Princess is now kind of stranded, because I will call it stranded, and I hope the Lord will answer her prayer. And I appreciate the fact that she come out. If she doesn't come out, people die in silence. The fact that she's a celebrity and a lot of people know her, and the fact that she had issues with the Baba Ijesha issue, she once had issue, that's another story for another day. Somebody, one of co-actor, molested one of her adopted daughter, and then that affected the relationship between them, like actor to actor, and she came out and they fought it. She sued the person, she sued the actor. The actor is now out of jail. A lot of people are now bashing her, and I'm wondering, why are you bashing her? The man that did wrong, you're not correcting him. Why are you all bashing her? This man did something wrong, and he also confessed to what he did, but a lot of people are bashing her. So people were bashing her, who is going to marry you? When I saw her post, who will marry you, oh, this and that. And I'm like, I know that all of these people, most of these commenters, they are all babies, because if you're matured enough, you will know that there's no reason to bash her. She caught the man, set a camera, that's where she went wrong. But if she hadn't set a camera, how can people like you believe her? So I don't blame her, but all I know is I just pray you will not be molested, or your children will not be molested, because if you have ever experienced it, I have been molested before, so I understand that situation. If you're a mom and they molest your child, you will want to go extra mile to get that person. And because he's a celebrity, there's no hearsay cannot help. There's no way he will only explain, she will explain by mouth, and people like you bashing her will understand. So the best thing she could do was to set the camera. They said, yeah, she set the man up and all of that, but the man confessed to what he has been doing to the girl. So what are we talking about? Anyway, I am not trying to defend that part, so please be mindful with your comments. What do you think? I pray she gets one.